Happy Miracle Monday. This is Dawn Petalino, your transformational coach and the best-selling author of Peace, Power, and Miracles, if you don't know who I am. And Miracle Monday is where I offer you some tips and some tools, but most importantly, to remind you of specific truths that help bring more miracles and more love and peace into your life. And many of these truths I reference two books, The Course in Miracles and The Course of Love, as well as some other texts, but mainly those two. If you're familiar with those and they resonate with you, then this message would probably resonate with you as well. If you're unfamiliar with those, but you like the message, then those two books might be something that also you'd be interested in looking into. So today's Miracle Monday is how to stop worry. A lot of times when certain conditions come into our lives or certain problems come into our lives or the lives of those we love, we go into this place of worry and fear and obsessive thinking. And so our mind is constantly trying to think about all these different scenarios and the what ifs, and it also goes into these scenarios of what am I going to do, how am I going to fix this, and we get in that state of overwhelm, but we also get in that state of anxiety and constriction, and our face looks like this all the time, and we get those wrinkles going on. But I want to remind you, and this is how you get out of the worry, the very first thing you must remember, even if you don't get it physically in your feelings, know it intellectually, that the most important thing for you to do in those moments is to remind yourself of getting back to peace, of choosing peace in that moment. And you know, the Course in Miracles tells that peace is the realm of miracles, and that God is peace, and that there is no other peace than that. And so when we choose peace, it also says, when you choose a miracle, you are rejecting fear. So peace is that realm of miracles. And when we're choosing peace, what we're really doing in that moment, because our mind is so clinging, is in that moment, we're taking a deep breath and we are throwing all our trust into that, I'm not going to think about it. Not that we're in denial of it. It exists in this physical world. We're not in denial of it, but we know that by ruminating, by worrying, by causing ourselves all that angst and stress, that we are actually not going to be hearing the voice of God. The voice of God comes through peace. Remember, Course in Miracles, peace is the voice of God. God is peace. So that is the only peace that we get. So we have to get back to the peace of mind. So in that moment, you at least intellectually have to remember that my peace, I'm going to let this go because I know that I can only think with the mind of God when I am at peace. When I push out those thoughts, when I just do what's in front of me and I put my blinders on, knowing it exists, but knowing that the worry is only going to contribute to fear. And the Course in Miracles reminds us that you cannot serve two masters, which is why when you choose a miracle, you are rejecting fear. And then you have to become very childlike at this point because you have to trust that this situation will be taken care of if we let go. And even if we don't know how. And that's where we have to become very childlike. And we also cannot participate in blaming somebody else or in shaming ourselves or blaming ourselves. We have to surrender the entire situation to, as the Course in Miracles says, to the Holy Spirit. It says the Holy Spirit cannot take what you are unwilling to give. So we have to say, look, there's a mess here. I am surrendering this to you. My peace comes from knowing that I am entirely trusting you with this situation. And I will wait until you give me the directive of what you would have me do. And that is the realm of miracles. So if you need to write it down, put it in a God box, give it to God, whatever that physical thing, or mentally tell yourself, I'm saying a prayer and I'm giving it to you. And then I can't think about it. I'm just going to trust in this moment that I've just given it away and it is taken care of. And I'm going to do my best to keep myself in check. Because remember, that's where miracles come from, is your peace, but also from love, which is God. So we have to be loving to ourselves, kind to others. however you need to manage that, without the blame, without the shame. Course of Miracles reminds us too that you do not know. You do not know where you go, but one who goes with you does. Let him lead you to the rest. Happy Miracle Monday. I hope that helps if you're surrounded by any type of fear, that you be willing to give it up for peace instead. Happy Miracle Monday. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.